Hey everybody, it's Amber here for Tune In Tuesday with Hope, Healing Our Past Experiences, where we discuss the tough stuff, answer your questions, and share stories of hope, of overcoming sexual abuse, misuse, and trauma. And so as I've been traveling the last couple of weekends and doing some conferences and different things, there was an older lady who asked a very specific question of me, and it just really got me thinking about maybe the perception that a lot of people would have when it comes to sexual abuse or sexual trauma. And so she was probably a lady in her 70s, and she was so excited that she had went to all these trainings with the police and different things on how to protect yourselves against perpetrators, which I think is fantastic. What I thought was interesting was her perception on this. And so my dad, as many of you know, is my perpetrator and had been from as far back as I can remember. I have memories as young as when I was 2. And so she asked me just straight up, did you ever just kick him, where it hurts? And did you stomp his toes? And, did you do things to fight back? And she was really energetic and had really great intentions with all of that. And I let her talk her piece and share her heart because it was genuine, and I appreciate that. And then I had to break some reality to her. The reality is, no, I didn't. And, whenever my trauma had started at such a young age, it was my normal, and did it make me uncomfortable? Yes. Did it make me feel icky? Yes. Did I like it? No. But did I know how to fight back? No, because it had always been. And also, even if it happens, I know mine started young, but even if it happens, as a teen and things like that, you're often so disconnected that that's just how you survive it. And so people who haven't experienced it don't necessarily understand that it's not a fight or flight kind of thing, that you just go into survival mode. That's all you do. And in surviving in that moment, it's often disconnecting in order to cope with that. What is disconnecting? Disconnecting is whenever you would think back on that memory, are you looking at it from your eyes forward, or are you looking at it from a different angle in that room or that area where you're at? Are you watching it more like, oh, that's that person with that person, rather than seeing from your eyes forward? And if you answered it to where you're like, you know what, I'm not really looking at that from my eyes forward, but maybe I was looking down at that, or I was looking at it from a different angle, kind of like watching a movie, then you were disconnected during that. And the thing about being disconnected is that you never have processed the emotions. You never process fully the memories of what happened, like the really traumatic stuff. You never processed all of these things that are trapped in your neurological system that come out and only are recognized as triggers now. It's also what helps to keep us from getting great nights of sleep is that we have disconnected in order to survive trauma. And so I hope that today's video kind of brought some clarity in, not everybody knows how to fight, especially depending on the circumstances. And so although you would want to, but until you really come to the understanding that what's going on is not normal or not right, then it's really hard to even do that. And for me, I got asked too, at what age did you realize that what was going on in your family wasn't what was going on in everybody's family? And to be honest, that was 11 for me. I was 11 years old. I had started learning about how babies were made, and I had a fear that I was pregnant, I'll be honest. And so I realized that not everybody's fathers did those kind of things with their daughters, And it got me scared to the point that I was ready to talk to my mom. And I didn't trust her with that information. I didn't share that with her. I shared that somebody had been inappropriate with me. And that's a whole nother story, that is a whole nother video. But the point is I didn't know that I was even supposed to fight back, because it had always been my normal. So when you have that perception, and maybe you thought why didn't somebody just ... Maybe look at it from a different view, because I know that my family is not a unique family when it comes to this, that there are so many other families just like mine, where there has been trauma with among siblings, or trauma with parents or uncles, or people who just had access to the kids, who were trusted and loved, betrayed that trust and brought brokenness into the situation. So I hope that this was helpful and brought some clarity, maybe into some clarity to some confusion, so to speak. And as always, you can check out the website for more information about hope. And I will see you all again next week.